people in the community living together is what everybody would like to enjoy. But at times, it's so difficult due to the fact that we are humans and we can make mistakes. But despite that, we have to learn to know that we can correct each other. Our gospel today reminds us of our responsibility to one another in mutual correction. It is not an option, it is a duty that arises from the Christian responsibility. This entails that we owe our neighbor fraternal or brotherly correction. Love demands that we do everything we can to correct a sister or a brother who is doing wrong to us, and this can follow 3 stages. First of all, one has to talk personally to the brother, man to man, face to face. Everything must be resolved in secret to prevent someone from finding out what happened. Secondly, we need to take the step to ask for help from 1 or 2 sensible and wise brothers or sisters in the community. We should never forget the goal, the recovery of the brother or the sister. One should never give the impression of cornering him or her or putting him or her in front of someone who looks for ways to convict. He or she must perceive that he or she is dealing with friends who wants his or her good and willing to testify in front of the brothers or sisters of his or her good disposition. The last stage, when the other one doesn't work, is to take recourse to the community. This happens only when the sin committed risks to disturb the brothers or the sisters, especially those who are weak in the faith. If so, and the culprit does not want to amend, then he or she must be considered as a pagan or as a publican. But for us to better understand and interpret today's gospel, it must be placed in its context. The whole chapter from which it is taken is the 18th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. It's all about the rapport between the members of the Christian community. Who should be considered first? Who should be considered great? Who should be considered small? How to avoid scandals? What attitudes to take towards one who turns away from the faith? How to develop love and promote harmony among the disciples, and how often one must grant forgiveness. The question here is no longer to be asking, am I my brother's keeper? Like in Genesis chapter 4 verse 9, talking about the relationship between Cain and Abel. Every Christian is a shepherd to his brother or her sister. What do we see in our own context? Gossiping, spreading news of the error, backbiting is known clearly as defamation. It serves only to marginalize one who did wrong, to humiliate the person. It makes him or her to be stubborn in evil, to needlessly make the person suffer. It is equivalent to losing forever the opportunity to recover this brother. Love is concern, and it shows itself in the interest we take for the welfare of others. We must be able to warn the brother or the sister of evil. That's why the first reading of today insists on the fact that if you do not want the wicked to renounce his ways, then he shall die for his sins, but I will hold you responsible for his death. Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 8. The key of today's reflection is found in the fact of brotherly correction, fraternal correction. Let us learn to treat each and every one as a brother or a sister. This entails taking my responsibility to correct, to advise, and to direct. May Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.